Wow, at this point you can almost consider me to have a consistent uploading schedule. Brick World Chicago. It is one of the largest LEGO events in the entire world. It is a LEGO convention that is, of course, as the name would suggest, in Chicago. Pretty much at Brick World Chicago, you'll be able to go see all the different creations, buy some LEGO. A lot of LEGO YouTubers usually come to the convention. Overall, it sounds really cool, and I'm very excited to go. At Brick World Chicago, I plan to bring a LEGO MOC that I designed myself. Here it is. I think this is a really cool MOC, and it took me a very long time to design. Now, I think this is a really cool MOC, though the name of it isn't very original, just being called the medieval house in a forest. I think it has a lot of really cool details. To start with the very main island, it has a lot of really cool different types of trees, with both the birch trees along with the more spruce kind of trees. I think it looks really cool. Now, I designed this before I started working on my big LEGO Star Wars MOC, The Invasion of Color, so I'm not using any of the spruce trees that I designed for that MOC. But first, with the house, I used this really cool detail where you can use a clip piece along with two flat 1x2 tiles, and it creates this really cool curved roof. In addition, I've used a lot of smaller details to try and add different things like running water. You can see in the back here, I have a really cool water mill. It's overall a really cool MOC. Next, here's the tower. I think this is a really cool part of the build just because of all the different details it has. I love how I added the tree on the side of it that makes it look like it's kind of growing out of the tower. I also added a lot of leaf pieces around it to make it show its age. You can see here I've added a really cool little hang off with wood brown pieces, and I've used generally the same color scheme for the roof as I did for the house. There's a lot of really interesting details with the rock work too, using a lot of the headlight brick pieces along with some other bricks to make it look more detailed. Up on the top of the tower, you can see I used a bunch of different smaller brown pieces to give the wood more textured look. I think it really worked out well, and I really love how I used the slope pieces to give it more cracks. Here are the minifigs for the MOC. To start, we have the villager. Now, he's the person who's probably going to be the owner of the house, and you can see he's giving the soldier a coin or something like that. He's also holding a sword behind his back, maybe with some malicious intent. And I think the minifigure looks really cool. I like how I used one of the LEGO Ninjago villager pieces from the movie to design it. Next, here's the first soldier. To start, I wanted to give him a backpack, but I didn't want it to just be open like that, so I decided to give him a little cape piece to cover it up. I think he looks really cool, and I also gave him a sword that matches the villager. I think it's absolutely awesome. Next up, we have the knight. I think he's probably the coolest of all the minifigures. He uses a lot of more rare pieces, and I think they look absolutely amazing on him. I love the breastplate along with the shield. Finally, here's the archer minifigure. I think he looks awesome just because he has the matching bow and quill. And also, I love the fact that he sits on the tower, and it looks really cool. Overall, I think this is a really cool build, and I'm really excited to display it at Brick World Chicago. You'll be able to come see it if you come in person, and I cannot wait. There's a lot of really amazing details, and I really tried to make sure the minifigures also looked good for the MOC. All the way from the massive tower to the house, I think everything looks absolutely amazing.